Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you an NU Wi-Fi battle, playing against my boy Darius, 6th gen. And I'm going to quickly run through the teams. Hopefully you guys are feeling the battle. If you are, give the thumbs up rating, give it a like. Quick run through, I'm using EVA Light Rapid Spin War Turtle as my specially defensive wall. I got Gorgeist as my physical wall, eating up. Got my girl Miss Magius, Life Orb, doing work. Leftovers Cling Clang is my setup sweeper. Ariados is setup Sticky Web and T-Spikes. And then I got the Rotom. Choice Scarf. Big threats on his team look like that Slurpuff. Could be huge because it's got the belly drum. I gotta make sure it doesn't set up on me because it could sweep my whole team. The Leafeon could have knockoff, and Swords Dance could be a pretty big threat, and the Sock could be scarfed or banded. But without further ado, let's get started with the battle. I want to get up my hazards as soon as I can, but I don't know who he's going to lead with, so I'm actually going to lead with my Choice Scarf Rotom, knowing that no matter what, I can outspeed everything on his team. So I think I just led with my Rotom just to be precautious in case he was going to lead with the Seadra or something like that. So I'm just going to Volt Switch out. I have really no reason to stay in on this Bastiodon. I can't really do too much to it, but I can go into my Ariados, and I can start getting at my hazards. So he actually has no way on his team to get rid of hazards. No Rapid Spinners, no Defoggers. So he's going to go for Stealth Rocks. Not a big deal. Not too worried about it. I do have the Rapid Spinning War Turtle. I'm going to go for Sticky Web, which is going to slow down everything on his team by base 1 speed. And actually, he doesn't have any Flyers or Levitators, so everything is going to get slowed down automatically, which means if that Sock is Choice Scarf, it's going to be slowed down and nullify the Scarf. So he roars me out into Clang Gang, hit him what it is, and I feel like I'm in a pretty good situation here. He probably can't do too much to me, except for maybe Metal Burst, so I'm just going to go for Gear Grind, see how much it does, and it's going to bring him below half, so I feel like I'm in a pretty good situation. He goes for Toxic, predicting the switch, I'm assuming, which wasn't a terrible play. He probably thought that there was nothing I could do against him, but I figured I have no reason to not stay in. I figured he would switch, so I figured I'd stay in. And he's actually going to go for Iron Head at this point and try to just get a little bit of damage off on me. Maybe he thought I was going to switch again, I'm not sure. He's probably just sacrificing the Bastiodon at this time, knowing he got his Stealth Rocks up, and that was really his main objective. So I'm in a pretty good situation here, but I'm going to set up on him, because I'm thinking I could win this game right here with Cling Clang. If I get up a Shift Gear, knock this thing out, I could probably knock out most of the guys on his team and take any hits. But he might have predicted that, or he just figured whatever, he just randomly clicked Roar. And he ends up roaring me out into my War Turtle. So War Turtle is in here, and this is a really good matchup for me because I know I'm going to outspeed, and I can get the Rapid Spin off because he has no spin blockers on his team. So I go for the Scald and knock out the Bastiodon. Not a huge deal. And now my next priority, now that the Bastiodon is gone, is to get rid of the Stealth Rocks. My team is kind of specifically designed so Stealth Rocks aren't too big of a deal. But I do want to keep my Ariados' Focus Sash intact in case I need it. And it's always nice to get rid of that little bit of damage. So Plusle comes in, nice little red Plusle, nice shiny. Comes in and uses Nuzzle and paralyzes my boy Shell Shock. But I still get off the Rapid Spin, so those Stealth Rocks are gone. That Plusle takes a necessary crit from the Rapid Spin and misses a Thunder. So I get paralyzed, kind of a wash, doesn't really matter too much. And he's going to go for Thunder this time and actually hit. So you're going to see Thunder's got a really cool animation. I really enjoy this game, guys. So fun. But I am running max HP, max special defense War Turtle, and I do live the hit. He's going to go for Grass Knot at this point, not wanting to risk the Thunder, or miss the Thunder. But I live it because I'm pretty much a beast, and I get Torrent Boosted Scald flying off of this War Turtle now and take him down below half. So at this point, he knows he can knock me out with the Grass Knot, and that is going to be it for my boy Shell Shock. So War Turtle, you know what, man? You did your job. You came in, you brought the Plusle down quite a bit, and you got rid of the Stealth Rocks. So that protects my Focus Sash, and I bring in my Ariados here to kind of put in some work. And he's gonna go for Protect. I go for Sucker Punch. I'm just want to knock this thing out. I know I can't outspeed it, probably even with the Sticky Web, but I do knock him out at that point. And now I'm in a good position right now to pretty much try to set up my Toxic Spikes. So that's kind of my main objective. He goes out into his Seadra, which I'm figuring is probably EVA Light. It could be some sort of a setup sweeper, but I'm not sure at this point. But I do want to get my Toxic Spikes because it's going to affect all 4 Pokemon on his team. He's going to go for Scald here and get a lot of damage off. It's a crit and the burn, of course. So 30% burn chance, but it does happen. I do get burn, and that's actually going to make my Ariados pretty much useless at this point. But I do go for the Mega Horn just to get a little bit of chip damage off on him. Not too much, but he does end up knocking me out here with a Flash Cannon to bring the score to 4-4, so we got an even match. But I I do have my Toxic Spikes and my Sticky Web both up, so I'm feeling pretty good. So I do bring in the Rotom, and surprisingly he stays in. Takes the Volt Switch, maybe he predicted that. Either way, I bring him down to about 30%, and I'm going to Volt Switch right out in to Hermione. I figure I could bring in Hermione, good base special defense, I could take pretty much any hit he wants, and fire back with a Thunderbolt. So, does go for Scald, gets another burn, so I'm kind of unlucky at this point, but it's not the end of the world. So the burn damage is going to take its toll. I'm actually going to go for, I believe, a Thunderbolt or a Shadow Ball, but the Protect is going to wear me down a little bit more from the burn damage, so not a bad play at all. Had I Nasty plotted there, though, that probably would have been game. Either way, though, I go for the Thunderbolt, and that is going to knock out the Seadra very easily, obviously. Oh, wrong Pokemon. Knock out the Seadra. There we go. And I take some Life Orb damage and some burn damage, so I'm brought down to a very low amount of health. So I'm pretty much about to die here, but that's okay. Bringing in the Sawk. Even if the Sawk is banded or scarfed, it doesn't really matter too much. It's going to take a lot of damage at this point, and I know I'm going to outspeed, so I'm going to be able to hit it with a Shadow Ball here and bring it down pretty darn low. Almost knock it out, and he's going to pretty much knock me out here with a Payback. So that's going to bring the score to 3-3, and I feel like I'm in a pretty good position, though, because I know I can knock out the Sawk being as low as it is, and he's going to take the damage from the poison, almost knock him out. So at this point, I'm going to go out into Rotom, knowing I can knock this thing out without a problem. And I'm going to go for Hex. Hex is going to easily kill the Sawk without any issues whatsoever. And I'm at a 3-2 situation. Both the Leafeon and Slurpuff are left, but they do get hit with the Sticky Web and the Toxic Spikes when they come in. So here comes Twerk and Slurps. I'm a little bit worried about what kind of set this thing is running, but I'm pretty confident in the fact that because it is poison and because I'm using the Hex move, it is going to do a lot of damage. This is a base 130 attack, hitting the Slurpuff, and it's going to take it down well below half. Almost knocks out a Slurpuff, which is a very defensive Pokemon in the tier. Had it been fully defensive, it probably would have done a bit better, but he ends up going down below half, tries to Belly Drum, and is unable to do so. So that was probably his last resort to try to win the game. Had he been able to Belly Drum up there, he might have been able to do some serious work, but probably wouldn't have been able to kill the Kling either way. But that's going to knock out the Slurpuff, and in comes the Leafeon. Nice little shiny Leafeon. And I'm feeling like I can pretty much easily win this with another Hex, and that is how the battle is going to end here, guys, in just a moment. If you guys did like the battle, please leave a thumbs up rating and don't be shy. Please subscribe, and I will be catching you guys later. This has been your boy aDrive. Peace. And it dies to poison. See you guys later.